What's up, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everybody? Hello, sunshine. How you doing today? Hope you all had a good day today. You know what? I gotta move my camera over a little bit. Sorry. Somebody just texted me right at the very end. Yeah, how you guys doing today? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It is today. It's the Wednesday. It's the 14th of August. Holy shit. My birthday's 5 days away. 5 days away, and it's gonna be good old Eddie's birthday. Hope y'all are having a good day. You know, yesterday I had a weird day. Today I had a weird day, but you know what? It's all good. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna talk about stuff today. Like we're gonna talk about did you know the Social Security information was hacked? You know, we had some hacking going on. We're gonna show you a little bit something about scams. I'm trying to always teach you guys about scams. So we're gonna talk about the scam. Am I loud enough for you guys? Because I can turn myself up a little bit more. And let's see. We're gonna talk about Kamala Harris, of course. I mean, why wouldn't we not talk about Kamala Harris? We're gonna be talking about her a lot. We're gonna talk about Walls, her VP pick. You know, so we're gonna talk about CNN. We're gonna talk about a lot of people today. So let's get started off. Let's get started off right. What's up, God Rides a Harley? Just Rhonda, how you doing? Jenna's over there in Rumble. Hope a Rising's here. Everybody says 5x5, so that's good. So let's start off with our quote of the day. You know, I'm trying to do a quote of a day, everybody, and so I picked this one today, and it says, "A beautiful day is one where you choose love over fear, and gratitude over complaints." You know, that's good for you guys. That's something very important that we all should know. You know, I have over my past life always focused on the complaints, and that's what most people do. You know, your word gets spread out there. When I had my plumbing business or my thrift store, they'd always say, the good stuff that you do never gets put out. But the minute you do something bad, it's all over the news and all over everywhere, right? So we got to take that with a grain of salt, and we got to start working on ourselves and try not to think that way, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. I love it when Joe and Kamala mess up. I mean, come on. That's normal, right? What's up, Mr. Nice Guy? You know what? So I'm still playing my old song. I'm gonna play it right now, but Mr. Nice Guy, I think you need to make me a new song, right? Because this is from my old show. What's up, Jiggleworth over there at Twitch? Right? I love this song though, but I think we need a new one. The Blockhouse Party Patriot Party, right? Oh, you got what? I can't play his new song. Mr. Nice Guy's got a new song. It's badass. Go to Mr. Nice Guy Alexander on YouTube, and you can check out his new song. Hey, Mr. Nice Guy, throw the link in there so you can send people your way. Because I can't play music now on the internet because for some reason we're having issues with that. Anyway, let's go to the welcome. So check this out. This is something I want to teach you guys. Diggleworth put it in my Discord too. So check this out. This is a scam that's going around, and I'm trying to get you guys. A lot of people, like my stepdad, doesn't know much about these things, and make my camera go up. So I'm going to teach you guys about this. For those of you that don't know, or if you have some friends or family that could use this information, I'm going to show it to you. So I get this message on Facebook today. It's like, "Hello, I saw your comment on my post in this group. Nice comment. You got a lovely profile. How are you doing today, and how is the weather conditions over there?" This is a scam bot. This is a bot. They're going to talk to you, and they're going to talk to you and all that stuff. And then they're going to start asking you, "Hey, can you donate to my charity?" Or, "Hey, can I borrow $5 or something like that?" So there you go. You got to call me next week. You'll take down names. I don't know if we're going to do names this time, Mr. Nice Guy. I don't know. Gra says a new song for... By the way, guys, apparently Gra got his haircut. He hasn't shown me the picture yet. So we don't know how true that is or not. But it is. So anyways, what's up, B-Job Secure? How's it going over there? We got Jennifer in the house. Oh my gosh, she found me. Anyways, so here we go. Hackers may have stolen the social security numbers of every single American. This is according to Disclosed TV, and thank you, Hope, for sending me this one last minute. We got it on here real quick. Have I heard of Bitcoin? Yeah. A hacking group has reportedly stolen person data personal data from national public data affecting 2.9 billion people. The breach includes sensitive information such as your social security number, and identity theft and fraud are going to be at an all-time high. So this is not good. You got a picture, Hope? Text me the picture. Wait a minute. How did I not get a picture? Text a picture right now. But so, guys, your social security information has just been stolen. We got to be very careful. Man, I just canceled my LifeLock like a year ago because nobody ever steals my. But now I think I need to get LifeLock again. Right? Remember the. Oh wait, hold on. Gra just sent it to me. Gra, can I show it on the screen? Can I show it, Gra? Let me show it. I'm gonna. If he says I can show it, I'm gonna text it to my computer, and we're gonna show it to you. If Gra says it's okay. If Gra says it's okay, I'm gonna add it in here real quick. But anyway, so yeah, check out your Social Security. We got to be careful, folks. Get your LifeLock on. Only if you're buying stuff on the internet. Also, stick to PayPal. Pay with PayPal because PayPal is very protective of your account. So yeah. Gra, can I show it? What's up, Polly Wally? All right, next, let's start getting on the news, guys. The news. It's the news time. Elon Musk gets sent a scathing letter from the EU over the Trump interview. You want me to show it? Where's Gra? Well, Gra texted to me. I think he wants me to show it. All right, hold on. Let's go back here. Let's add it to this one, and then we'll show it. Where is it at? It's my downloads. Let me find it real quick. Everybody wants to see Gra's haircut. He didn't cut very much hair, though, I got to admit. It's not as much as I thought he was going to do. He's still got that big old beard of his. There's Gra. Make him bigger. That's what she said. There you go. Now, so Gra has normally hair down to here, so it is shorter, but it could have been a lot shorter. Lisa just got scammed and identity stolen. Lincoln's mom, Lisa? Oh, man, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. Okay, guys, so check this out here. In case you need a reminder of how important free speech truly is, which I think we're one of the only countries that can actually do that, right? Says from Political, the European Union's top digital enforcer tried to take on Elon Musk. Within hours, he faced accusations of meddling in American politics, and his own staff were pedaling back hard. Now, so this is confusing to me, and I'm reading it this time. I normally give you my opinions on this, but I'm confused about this. So are they saying Elon Musk is attempting to do election integrity problems? They said that he's putting up harmful content ahead of Musk's live stream interview with Donald Trump. Now, first off, how do they know it's going to be harmful? How do they know it's going to be harmful? They're just guessing that President Trump is going to be a dick and be talking stuff? No. Right? I don't know. Then it says here, 4 separate EU officials speaking on the condition of anonymity said Brayton's warning to Musk had surprised many within the commission. The enforcers were still investigating the platform for potential wrongdoing, and the EU did not want to be seen as potentially interfering in the U.S. presidential election. Now, why would they even bring that up? Sounds to me like they are, that's like, you ever catch a friend, let's see, what's a good example? You catch a friend doing something wrong, right? Like say they were in your fridge eating your food, and you come home and you go to your house, and the minute you walk in the door, they're like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, everything's good here. I didn't go in your freezer at all. I didn't go in your fridge. That's what they're doing right here. When the minute they said, I didn't go in your fridge at all, they did. They ate something, right? It's the way it works around, I think. So what do you guys think about this? I'm not sure what to think about it. They're attacking Elon Musk. And I think it's all because, he's the one letting President Trump back on everything. All right, news number 2. Elon Musk and Donald Trump's X chat reaches 1 billion views. So we saw it the other day, everybody watched that instead of me, which is all good because you can watch me later on. But so Elon Musk's conversation interview with former President Trump on Monday evening pulled in a combined 1 billion views. I think this is great news, right? I hope that people actually listened to it and they learned from it. And they learned more about President Trump. But that's hard to say because, people nowadays, they just believe whatever CNN tells them. They don't watch the other news. I like watching CNN. I don't like watching CNN, but like I've told you in the past, I do it because I want to make my own decisions. You can take what the left says about a story, you can take what the right says about the story, mix them together, and figure out what you're doing, right? I don't like to be told how to think, so that's why I watch all the news channels and learn on my own. Especially when people share something on Facebook, Sylvester Stallone turns down $1 billion deal to not work with woke ass Robert De Niro. That's fake, folks. And I'm going to tell you why. If you go click on that link, when you get inside of there, it's going to say satire at the top. But people don't read they don't read the actual article. They just share this cover screen, and then all these liberals and these bots are making money because there's a little commercial at the bottom. So by you sharing that fake news, they're making money off of you and I, and so is Facebook. So that's good to know. So let's see. Combined views of conversation with Donald Trump and subsequent discussions by other are now over 1 billion. That's good. So I hope these people, went and watched it and learned from it. Of course, we got to do the tampon Tim. I like this meme. I made this the other day. I love it. I'm just going to keep on sharing. So if you guys were in Rob's chat, this is the meme that I put up that he didn't share and said to go see on Locals later. I was told, not by Rob, but I was told by some other people that it might be because of the tampon is bloody. And then somebody else pointed, a good friend of mine pointed this out. She told me that if you look right in between the legs, see the red? So I never even noticed that. That's just like his shirt. But there's the red in there. She's saying it looks like it's from the tampon. And that way Timmy's. So, All right. So let's get the Elon tweets for the day. We're doing Elon's tweets for the day. Here we go. When they're yelling at you that you are threatening free speech for advocating free speech. This is a good one. I mean, I don't like everything Elon Musk does, and I don't, but you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to like everything I do. It's just the way it is. We're people. We're humans, right? If we all think the same, life will be boring. I don't know how many times I've told you guys that, and it still rings true every single day. Now, here's the interesting demographics from that day. Less than 24-year-olds were 7%. 25 to 34-year-olds were 70% of it, which is good. Those are the people that we're trying to get. 35 to 44 is 17%. 45 to 54 is 4%, and less than 54 is 1%. Because I mean, how often are those older cats on X? I mean, Grodd downloaded X for the first time the other day for this, right? And it said 46% female and 54% male was the audience. I love this because, the 35 to 44-year-olds, those are the people that we have already, probably, good. The 25 to 34s, those are the younger kids that have just graduated college or went through college and the darn professors messed them up. And I got to tell you something about college. So I went to college and I realized what I was, and I realized I was conservative in college. All right, very important. An amazing number of people still believe that legacy media is propaganda. I think everybody should believe legacy media is propaganda. They're all propaganda, right? That's why you guys watch people like me and Ben Berklom and everybody else. Says the entire media is running misinformation campaign against Elon Musk. As X continues to grow, these attacks on Elon and his companies will become more frequent. They are, right? It's funny. I mean, we did the same to Bud Light, and companies like that, and now Dunkin' Donuts. So, I mean, I get it. But, yeah. That just makes me want to use Twitter more, or X more now, I should say. X more. Yeah, they're definitely communists, right? They're definitely communists. You were banned before Elon took over. I never got banned. I got banned on Facebook. So I was on an HBO special. And when I was on this HBO special, they announced there, Eddie Block, the Proud Boy, Eddie Block filmed January 6th. I was the beginning of the documentary, and I think I was the very last clip. I don't know. All I know is I got paid some good money for those videos. But anyways, so the day after my HBO special came out, Facebook, I get an email from Facebook, and they're like, "You're kicked off. You're done. You support white supremacists, and you belong to a white supremacist group, and you can no longer be on Facebook." So, you still don't see me? Oh, you mean on Twitter or on X? Sorry. Weird. So, by the way, guys, afterwards, so Jennifer actually we were talking about this to homeless today. My friend didn't call me back yet about it because he's still searching. But we're going to do this video later on. After we get off of Rumble, when we get to only Rumble, we are going to do this. We're going to show this Skid Row video that Ben, yeah, I'm showing a lot of Ben Berkwan videos lately, but I love Ben. He does great work. Check him out at Real America's Voice News. And I used to work for Real America's Voice News with them. I was their editor. So this is one of the documentaries that we actually made for America's Voice News. It's about Skid Row in LA. I'm going to show you just the beginning real quick. I always pick the best music for my videos, don't I? Watch, you'll see a knife fall down right here. Oh no, it wasn't there. See how I said in the corner of the room and I show him peeing on the corner? You know, little things like that is cool. What's up, Mike Jones? Mike Jones. Anyway, so that's what we're going to be watching later on. It's about 24 minutes. It's a good video. It's a documentary that we did out there on, and we did that documentary down in LA. We talk about the homeless. We talked to the homeless. This was during COVID. This was the first week of COVID or the second week of COVID. Like it was so amazing. We're driving down to LA and San Diego and there's no traffic at all. Like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and we're doing 80 miles an hour on the freeway because of COVID. So that was just one thing that I liked about COVID. When did I make that video? That was 2020. No, maybe 2019. So it's an older video, but it holds place and holds water right now. All right. Tim Walz is praised teacher. He praised a teacher who admired Hitler and supports anti-Semitic rhetoric. I mean, does this really shock anybody? I don't think it does. It doesn't shock me hearing this. I mean, look at Kamala Harris yesterday. She was talking to the pro-Hamas people, and she was talking pro-Hamas to them. Then she's talking, to the people with Israel, and she's talking pro-Israel there. They're always doing this, and they want to promote communism. Their whole goal in this is to promote communism. For those of you that are new here, I'm going to explain to you this real quick. And I've said it a million times, and Hope is like, great, Eddie's going to explain this again. Sorry, Hope. But if you don't know, they want communism because they want to control everything, right? You come into our country and they give you free food, free housing, free everything. You're on welfare. You're getting WIC for kids. And so they're saying, we'll give you all this good stuff. We'll let you in the country. We'll give you a fast track to being an American. Right? But you got to do this. You got to vote Democrat for the rest of your life because Democrats are the one giving this to you. Same thing in like LA, all these big cities where all the people, it's so expensive. You can't afford to live in LA, right? So you get, you get your Section 8, all that stuff. And they tell you, don't vote Republican because if you do, you're going to lose your Section 8. So they're keeping you. They keep you down, right? If you can't make to us, I've met people and they're like, well, I'd get a job, but if I make more than this, then I lose my Section 8 and I don't make enough money to afford my house. Like, so what? You have to start at the bottom, right? Like I'm a plumber. I'm a retired plumber. When I started in plumbing, I had to go get all the junk stuff. I had to get the tools. I was basically their bitch. But I did it because, I may have started out at like $12 an hour, but by the time I retired from the San Francisco Union, I was making $104 an hour. Now, had they put me down on in welfare and stuff like that, I'd still be sitting there. I wouldn't have that nice big ass brand new truck I got sitting out there, right? I wouldn't have all this fancy equipment to do this for you. I would have stayed down there, and that's what they want because if they can control you by controlling your vote, then they can take all the money. All these big corporations are paying them money. Planned Parenthood is donating money to the Democrats, which, by the way, I don't think they should be allowed to. I don't think a nonprofit should be able to spend their money on PACs and other stuff going to this stuff, right? It's a joke. It's a joke. So they're trying to keep you down. But look at me. I'm the example. I'm crippled. I could have sat on Social Security disability my entire freaking life. But I didn't. I put in the work because my mom and dad taught me. They said, if you want to get ahead, you got to work your ass off. And I did. How many people do you know that can say, I was making $104 an hour? And that was in 2008 is when I retired. In 2008, I'm making 104 fucking bucks an hour. Excuse my language. But that's because I worked my butt off. I did all the shitty jobs, all the jobs nobody else wanted to do for $12 an hour, because I knew within 5 years I was going to become a journeyman. Next thing you know, I'm traveling the country building high-rise hotels. I'm in magazines about how good I was as a plumber. I met Mr. Hilton. Mr. Hilton, you see, if you ever meet Mr. Hilton, say, hey, I know you're a crippled plumber. He's going to laugh and he'll say, how's Eddie doing? Right? Because I was a hard worker. Otherwise, I'd be sitting on my ass in a junky, I probably couldn't even afford a car because I was on welfare and stuff like that. We got to teach these young kids how to get out and work. You got to teach them a trade. You got to teach them a trade. Anyway, sorry about that. Little rants over. Right? It is a game. It is a game. They also want to control or stop trade schools, right, Jenna? And that's, like Mike Rowe, he talks about trade schools all the time. So I had a buddy. Okay, we'll go back to this real quick. I had a buddy, and we both went to engineering school because I worked for a computer company in Santa Barbara, and they sent me to a computer school. And then I got in some trouble and kind of lost. Anyways, that's a long story. So then I became a plumber. And when I got sent to work in San Francisco, he was in San Francisco area too, and we went and hung out, and we were talking, and he's like, hey, I got a college degree. How come you as a plumber are making more money than me? And I was like, do you want to be a plumber? It's hard work. It hurts. It's not fun. So, who can't you see? Oh, they're talking about somebody else. Anyway, so yeah, it's hard work, but you put in the effort. College is not for everybody. And I'll be honest, I just graduated college in 2020. I got a degree in media communications journalism and a second degree in business. And like an English class, I'd be there at Fresno State University, and there's these kids there. We're doing peer review, and they don't even know how to write. They don't know the difference between there, and there. So I went up to my teacher, and I was like, what the F is this? How are these kids in college? And he's like, Eddie, the standards are lower. And I was like, I wondered why I get an A in your class after reading this. So like he would say, oh, you got to read a book, and then you have to write about the book. I never wrote the book. I just BS the whole entire thing. And he gave me an A because he didn't care if I read the book or not. He cared that I could write properly. And that's just, just going down. Everything's going down. The colleges are going down. The schooling's going down. We have to let everybody in. No, you don't. You let the people in that are smart enough to go to college. Sorry. I'm blocking the USA. Oops, that was poker. Oh, I don't know if I can move it, but then you'll just see. And I put my new light up, but I only got time to put one side up. So if I turn it on, then it's a blur over here. So anyways, I'm working. We're getting there. So CNN presses Kamala Harris spokesperson about her refusal to do media interviews, even with an empty schedule. So what they're saying here is, down here at the bottom, it says, what's on Kamala's schedule today? She's talking to voters and getting her message out there. She has literally nothing on her schedule today, but yet she won't go do an interview. What's up, Sam? Why won't she do an interview, guys? Why do you think that? What are your thoughts, right? She has plenty of time for them, but she doesn't want to do them. CNN, this is CNN saying there's nothing on her schedule. There's nothing there. Why are they hiding her? I think they're doing like they did with Joe. I think that what they're doing is what they did to Joe. They're hiding him because they're afraid she's going to say something, and then Donald Trump is going to grab a hold of that and take off with it. Which, they probably should be, because Donald Trump is very good at what he does. He's a good orator. And I mean, I love the jokes. I love his jokes. He's smart. He makes you laugh, but he also makes us money. I'll take mean tweets every day over money. All right, so I started doing the photo of the day. My close good friend always asked me the other day to start sending her a picture of photography. So this is photography I've taken, and so I send her a picture every day of my photography. So this is one. Where was this one? Okay, I see it's somewhere by my house. I just don't remember, but I hope you like the picture. That's something I've done. That's one of my. So real quick with this, I took a photography class in college, and I did it so I could learn angles and how to take better shots, filming shots for my videos. And the professor, he kept trying to talk. He's like, dude, Eddie, you need to stop. You need to go and you need to become a photographer. And I was like, I don't want to become a photographer. I want to make movies. So yeah. So that's one of my pictures. I thought I like it because at the bottom, all, the way the clouds are and stuff like that. I like colors too. I'm a big color person. All right. Kamala Harris requires IDs to attend her rallies. But yet she opposes showing an ID to vote. How is that? How does that work? What's up? Get some. How does that freaking work? I don't understand it. I mean, it's racist to make you show me your voter ID and register you to vote, but yet you want to come into my event, you got to show their ID. How does that work? How does that freaking work? I mean, what was it? 2020, Ben, the guy that's in the video that we're going to show later on, he sent me to a Bernie rally event. He was out of town. He's like, Eddie, you got to go film this Bernie rally event. And I was at Fresno State in college, so I got a couple of my fellow Turning Point USA students. And I'm like, hey, let's go to the Bernie rally. Let's sneak in so we can film it and do whatever. So we get there like 2:00. It doesn't start till 5. We're the first in line. I sat there for 3 hours. I even bought a Bernie freaking pin so I would fit in. The minute the gates are about to open, about 6, 7 security guards surround me. And they said, Eddie, you're not allowed in. Bernie Sanders says you can't come to his event. I'm like, you could have told me this 3 hours ago. And so it also happened at a Pete Buttigieg event. Ben and I were not allowed in there either. So we were talking about it. And so we've learned that the Democrats have this, a list of who are agitators. And I'm on that list. So maybe that's why that they're doing this requiring ID. What's up, Lauren Wimberly? How the heck are you doing? So I think this is exactly why they're pulling IDs, because they don't want people like me coming to their events, or people like Ben, or people like Will Johnson. People that are going to ask the real truth, right? I know you've heard this story, Hope. Hope always makes fun of you. But what do you guys think? How can you say, I'm against IDs for voting, but then they're going to require you to bring an ID into their thing? So it says, her campaign sent out an email advertising that only confirmed RSVPs will be admitted. The email said those on the RSVP list must present a matching government-issued photo ID in order to be admitted to the venue. That's racist. I think that's racist. And it's BS. So Ben and I went, the first time I hung out with Ben, we went to a Gavin Newsom event down at the in Fresno at the Union Hall, the Teamsters Union. And I got a ticket and they wouldn't let us in. They're like, no, you can't come in, I'm like, I got a ticket right here, and I showed it to him. They're like, oh, it's too full. So then a guy walks out, and I was like, well, he walked out. There's one less person. I can go in there now. And they're like, oh, no, it's still too full. And they kept letting people in. We have it all on video. Maybe one day I'll show you that video between me and Ben Berklon that we did live out there at the Teamsters Union. But Gavin Newsom kind of hates us. Even so, that guy at the union even told me, Eddie, I know you're not handicapped. I seen you walk. Just because I can walk a little doesn't mean I'm not freaking handicapped. It obviously has facial recognition as well. I'm sure they do, Mike. I'm sure they will do. I gotcha, Lauren. So Biden to deliver $750 million worth of bombs to Saudi Arabia. What do you guys think about that? They're going to send $750 million in the coming months, removing a major irritant between Washington and Riyadh. I'm guessing you say that. And here's the point. We need to stop all these wars, folks. We need to stop all these wars. It's bad, right? We need to stop it. I'm sick and tired of all these wars, people dying. And I know it's not a perfect world, and it never will be. But what my question to you is, so this is all about making money for American companies. American companies are making money off these bombs that they're sending over. Oh, thank you, Lauren. Never seen your name before. Were you using some other name or something like that before? Anyways, so this is all money for the bomb making companies, right? And then they kick back to all the politicians, and donations or however they do it. They're doing it. Let's just be real here. If you think that no politicians taking kickbacks on both sides, then you're just wrong. But here's the issue with this. So there's a big war in Gaza that we're trying to end. And so this the city in Saudi Arabia is potential is not a potential, but it is a big thing for us. It's going to help us end that war. Now, I don't think Biden and his administration had the proper tools to be able to stop it and to be able to negotiate a deal. But what do you think? If President Trump was in here, do you even think we would be having these little wars right now? President Trump is a negotiator. That's what he does. He's a businessman. He wouldn't have any new wars under President Trump. Thinking about that. Think about that. You know why? Because he'd go up to people and, he'd handle his business. Like there's a story about one time he was there and these guys were like, he was with some terrorists. And he said, if you don't do what I say, then I'm just going to kill you. Straight up, I'm going to kill you. And then he pulled out his phone and he showed a guy a picture of his house that he thought nobody knew about. That's beast mode, right? That's beast mode. What's up, drunken ass pie? Is that what it says? Wait a minute. The drunken senpai? I don't know. You have to explain it to me. Anyways, guys, all right. So here's our word. This is another segment we do. It's the question of the day. Which word would you use if you could only use one for the rest of your life? Ass pie. Okay, that's what I thought. Oh no. The drunken senpai. Is that drunk uncle? I wonder if that's drunk uncle. Anyways, which word would you use? I know what I would use. When I was working in a union, one of these guys I work with, he was always like, nice. And I started saying that all the time. So I think nice would be the word that I would use for the rest of my life. Damn, what's up? That's nice. Nice. What would your word be? What do you think your guys would be? Swilly Dude says the F word. You've been disabled since 1996. First 60%. Then I walked another 18 years, then went to 100%, but I still walk, and folks wonder why I'm on disability because I'm physically strong. I totally get that. I mean, my arms are super strong, but my legs aren't. So, Polly Wally's out there. Oh, it's your gamer tag. Oh, you're definitely not drunk uncle then. Oh, you're off label. Oh, I gotcha. It's off label. Well, it's the voice of the people. He wants to have me on a show Tuesday night, I think. So, or not Tuesday. Coming up. So what is your word, folks? What would you call yourselves? I don't know. All right. Iran threatens retaliation against Israel and if the hostage deal fails. This is more worrisome, right? They're threatening all this kind of retaliation. We don't need these wars anymore. We really don't. It's getting on my nerves. We're walking a thin line here. And like I said, I don't think the Biden administration knows what they're doing here. I really don't. They don't have the capability of negotiating the way President Trump did. I really do. I think this is awful for us. It says, where does it say? Iran's potential retaliation against Israel for the assassination of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh, however you say it, hinges on the outcome of Gaza ceasefire of the hostage release negotiations. This is scary. This is really scary, folks. What are you guys going to do? I mean, it's out of our realm. The president has to help with this and his administration, but I don't think they can handle it. All right. Russia launches attacks against Ukrainian forces in the Kursk region. Another issue. I mean, what's all with this? What's with all this war lately, folks? What's all this war? It's become about power nowadays, right? Thank you, B-Job Secure. But so freaking Jennifer, that name. I don't know if I'm thinking wrong about it, but anyways, she makes me laugh. So what's up with all these wars? Everybody wants power. Have you guys seen House of Cards? I know it's a liberal show about Democrats and politicians, but if you watch that House of Cards show on Netflix, it's the exact playbook for the Democrats. I mean, it's all about, hey, we've got to get dirt on everybody else, right? We've got to, if I have dirt on him, then when I have something that's wrong that I need help with, he's going to help me with it. Or if I have dirt on her, she's going to do that. There's a saying in there that I love because it talks exactly how they are. And it's Kevin that got, the pedophile. And he's like, you know, power. He's talking. It's a power quote. But he talks about power, you know, and money. He's all some people, you know, want the money. I want the power. I want the building that's been standing for 100 years. I don't want the money. I want the power. That's why all these wars are about, right? All these wars are about power. Everybody wants the power. What do they call America? America's a superpower, right? That's why everybody's coming after us. Because they hate us for our religion. They hate us for all these things that we do, especially, like the Middle Eastern countries don't like our gender stuff that's going on in here. And I mean, you know what? I don't care about that stuff. You want to be gay? Go ahead. Just don't slam it in my face. Like my niece is awesome. She's gay. She comes over to the house. I've met her. She sent pictures of her girlfriend and stuff. No problem. But she doesn't shove it in my face either. She doesn't make me call her certain names and stuff like that. Her name is her name, and that's what I call her. Yeah, they use Hollywood. Hollywood is the biggest. Hollywood is worse than the media, folks. Hollywood is worse than the media. Speaking of that, why do you think that? Why do you guys think that the media and Hollywood are doing this? Why are they all together? Who's getting them all to stay together? I have a buddy in Cajun Cat King. He's not here right now, but he used to be an actor. Once the George Floyd stuff hit, they wouldn't hire him anymore. They said, well, we can't hire white people anymore. We got to put all people of color in our movies and videos now. I mean, this guy worked with Tom Hanks. He taught him how to speak in the Green Mile, right? Hollywood controls everything. That's where the money is, folks. And you know how they're keeping their money? And this is just my thought. I moved the screen. You guys made me move the screen. So my thought is this. They want all the money. The politicians will help them get the money as long as they promote their liberal BS. That's what I think's going on. I could be wrong. But that's what I think. Tell me if I'm wrong. All right, this one's kind of funny. So audience laughs when Stephen Colbert tells CNN pundit, I know you guys are objective over there at CNN, right? Like, I know you guys don't lie. And we know and I got to show you the video. So I have the video here. So let me show it to you real quick. So you can see what I mean if you haven't seen it.
I know you guys are objective over there, that you just report the news as it is. No, I know. CNN makes it, and I know
that's supposed to be a laugh line.
I wasn't supposed to be, but I guess it is.
I mean, come on, right? The people that go and sit there at Stephen Colbert show, they're all liberals. So the minute he said, I know you guys are all, you're not objective and stuff like that, they all started laughing because even the liberals know. Yeah, House of Cards is a crazy movie. Satan is getting Hollywood together. You might be right there, Mike Jones. You might be right. By the way, guys, we only have one more thing left, and we're going to switch to Rumble only. So if you guys want to go over to my Rumble, go to Rumble Eddie Block Films. It should be a link below in the description because this is the last news. And then we're going to go watch a Skid Row documentary about LA. So here we go. Excuse me. American Society of Plastic Surgeons does not endorse gender-affirming care treatments. The main justification for gender-affirming care for minors in the U.S. has been that all major medical associations support it. Critics of this supposed consensus have argued that it is not grounded in high-quality research or decades of honest and robust deliberation among clinicians with different viewpoints and experiences. So I don't have a kid. I've never had a kid. So a lot of people might say, Eddie, well, you can't talk on this. But I can tell you how I feel. I can have an opinion on it, right? So here's my opinion on this. If your kid says, hey, you know what, I'm gay. Number one, you don't just go right into, if they want to be a transgender, you can't just go right into that. I don't think you should at all until they're 18. Because Hollywood and the news promote this so much. They promote, oh, you should be a transgender, and oh, we gotta love transgender. And they're making it cool to be transgender, gay, and whatnot. So I don't think if your kid comes up today and says, hey, you know what, I'm transgender, mom. Or a dad. you got to talk it out. You got to go and maybe find a therapist or somebody you can talk to about it, right? They're not allowed to vote till they're 18 for a reason. They're not allowed to buy alcohol till 21 for a reason. Because they don't have, their mind is not built up enough to understand and comprehend adult things. They think they know everything, right? I did when I was a kid. I thought I know everything. But I don't. So people can say this is wrong. Because what if they really were transgender? And I don't know enough about the subject. I avoid it because I'm not transgender. And I don't want to get into their medical business, just like they don't want to get into my medical. I don't want them to get into my medical business. But I just think, in my personal opinion, I don't think it's right to have surgery or give medications that are going to change the gender of a child. When I had one of my back surgeries, they put screws and rods all the way up my back. They couldn't do it until I reached a certain age because I had to stop growing before they could do that. I think you got to let a kid go through puberty and stuff. Let them go through their puberty and deal with it. If they really are transgender, that might have been a mistake. I don't know. I'm not good at this stuff. What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm trying to be nice about it, and because it's none of my business. It's none of your business if they're transgender. But I just worry about that kid. Is it child abuse to give a child under 18, let's say under 12, is it child abuse to give a child under 12 gender affirming surgery? I think that's awful. I really do. I think that's awful. Anyways, folks, you tell me what you think. We're going to go to Rumble in just a second. So we're going to Rumble only. Look for us at Rumble at Eddie Block Films, because we're going to talk some stuff. I'm going to put on my Discord. So if anybody wants to jump in my Discord and talk, and so go to Rumble right now. Hate to do this, but YouTube we can't say stuff on YouTube that we want to say, right? So we're going to go to Rumble now. All right, guys, we're going to Rumble in 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, guys.